Hello and welcome back to another episode of Crown Wars. My name is Syken and today we're continuing the blind playthrough on hardest difficulty Baron plus, even harder than hardest difficulty another game. We are in month number 5, so I think second month, and we're having an assassination ahead of us for 435 lumber. That is fantastic because lumber is what we need for a lot of upgrades. So let's pass some more time. We also got this the Sec of Saint-Martin, which we are not going to do yet. Apparently just 2 missions for the time being. Okay, so let's start the battle and get going. This one might be a bit of a harder mission. Assassination's always a bit challenging because you kind of need to run away after the initial assassination has happened.
Forward!
And it looks like we need to eliminate 2 targets even. We got Ranvin, we got Divat, Hawkbite, and Edgar Allan Poe, our prime team. And so far, no additional spawns are coming, but I can almost guarantee that we're going to see additional spawns coming in. Let's charge up.
Ready to go?
Quick and painless. We're getting in there. Up here, by the way, high ground. Getting all the way up here and then shooting down, that's the way to go. So that will be Edgar Allan Poe's task. And I think the lower section is barricaded. So our support, our healer, Ranvin, will likely then attack from the side. So they got 2 animal companions. We need to kill not only 1, but 2 of these guys. If this is a 5-pack plus 2 animal companions, then that's going to be really, really tough. That's 7 enemies. So far, not seeing any signs of people spawning in. 2, 4, 5. It's still a 5-pack. Okay, cool.
Yes.
We have other high ground. We don't.
On the move.
That's not necessarily bad. Moving it in with our Beastmaster. I need to rename the dog. We, I think, agreed on Cerebus, the Hellhound. Cerberus, not Cerebus. We're not going to split a single person apart from the others. I will... I'll Hawkbite up here. And then he can jump down. Good. End turn. No further reinforcements. We're good.
Ready to go?
Can we... Sorry, can we... Can't stay on the stairs, is that true? Oh, wow, okay. Well, still good position up here. Overwatch.
Yes.
Do they even have range? One, two of them are range. Okay.
I'll hold this position.
Cerberus waiting for something to
They
chew
won't
on.
get through.
And everybody's overwatching. Alright, let's hope that this triggers. They haven't been moving at all. I have to wonder. What's the right play here? If we attack them, then they will scatter in all directions.
Yes. Very well.
I think this here is better because Hawkbite can jump down, doesn't need
Yes.
to climb.
Very well.
From an Overwatch perspective, this is not as great. But since none of these guys are moving,
At your service.
we're being fine regardless. Alright,
At your service.
next turn we're going to
Ready go.
engage
They won't get through.
no matter what. Okay, well, given the state of affairs here,
Ready to go.
given the state of affairs, we need to do something. And that something is massive crit chance bonus. Oh, that's our movement action. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Well, if that's the case, I don't want to kind of go back and forth, back and forth. But if that is the case, if that's a movement, then I want to be in cover. And we're going to start with Deadly Aim. This is 3 people hit with weakening, which is also not too bad. Okay, one last
Ready
time.
to go. At your service.
Good. We're doing Deadly Aim. That costs us the movement action. And we can now theoretically headshot one of these guys. I think we're just going with the dog. I was actually hoping for a little bit more damage.
I'm ready.
Good. If we were to throw a weakened in here, that would take care of 3 of them, wouldn't it? Okay, moving up.
Ready when you are.
Open Vein, by the way, is a new skill because we have leveled up axes. I still like the idea of coordinated strike. This will deal a lot of damage. Dog is taking a massive pound in here. 4 to 8. One. Two. Okay. So we're down to 6 hit points there. Decent chance of actually killing the dog.
Yes? I won't disappoint you.
Alright. Moving up. Hogbite is going to tank the vast majority of the incoming damage here. And we're going to get resilience. Specifically, this guy here needs to be on us. Taunted? Yes. Good. We got resilience. We're in the front line. That is good. And this here is a 40% chance. Nice little crit. I like it. This could be another crit into a blind. Fortunately, no bueno.
At your command.
You know what? Even if that hits hits Hogbite, we're still fine. All three of them are weakened. That's not a bad state to be in.
On the move.
Moving mainly away because I don't want AoE to hit us. And we're deadly aiming for next round. Okay, killed one, debuffed 3 of them, and now reinforcements are also coming. I don't like the idea in this game that you can just attack in melee as an archer. It somehow doesn't sit right with me. I don't know. Ouch.
Yes?
That somehow doesn't sit right with me. Okay, so our dog has a bit of a problem here. This guy enjoys full cover. Don't like it. Not a single bit.
Ready when you are.
How do we deal with these guys? So the bear definitely is continuing to be a problem. Our dog, being that exposed, is also a problem. Is rooted and bleeding? Bleeding is nasty. Can we dish through 39 hit points? Likely not. But is it worth the attack of opportunity? Also likely not. Interestingly enough, this would create an attack of opportunity because we would need to step out. We either take the attack or are bound to stay here.
I'm ready.
Move to here. one hit. We're not critting. That is really unfortunate. Let's try to... 55%, 5%, yeah. I mean, roughly similar, but the Shiv has a slightly higher chance. Okay, are we poisoning? No, he's resisting the poison.
No mercy.
Is he now finally bleeding? Okay, he is bleeding, which is good.
Yes.
Tell you what, bear, you come over here, and that solves the bear problem for now. Could heal ourselves, but that would be a bit too early. Said we're just taunting this guy onto us, and we do have a really solid position here. Don't want to waste anything.
At your command.
Doc takes some heal. We will need it because we're soon going to see more damage.
I'll get in position.
Doc puts in a defensive stance.
I'm ready.
And we're not going to move anytime soon. We're in a decent spot. Of course, Doc takes another critical. Hoplite is firmly surrounded. Ouch.
At your service.
Beats for one more turn. We will need to see if we can do anything about the bleed for now. What I will say is we need to keep these guys on us. Doc might die elsewise. I actually don't like the idea. That de facto has healed 4 hit points. And the dog is in a good enough state. Moving in. This is a crit. Oh, Cerberus, behave. Okay, we need to somewhat get out of here.
Ready to go?
One more round and the enemies are going to come. Free self-heal because of our special trait. Cerberus moves up.
I won't disappoint you. At your command. Ready to go?
Okay, good enough. Moving forward towards the exit. There's the taunt, and Hogbite is just tanking like he's supposed to. We're taking a lot of damage. I hate that concept that you can shoot in melee. Wow, critical hit from behind. Nasty. Hogbite needs healing. We'll get it.
My blade is yours.
Alright, we're again healing ourselves. Quick stim. Right there. And then moving further to the extraction point.
Ready to go?
One. Kill.
Yes.
Moving over here.
Getting into position.
And now the double attack. Nice little 1-2. Cerberus. And Cerberus finishes him.
I won't disappoint you. On the move. Out of my way.
Good. This guy is taunted. Yeah, we're just dealing with a lot of hit points. Holy Jesus. Okay. The reinforcements have spawned. Fortunately, they are blocking our exit. Five enemies again. That's a lot.
I won't disappoint you.
We will need to take cover and be really careful here. Nice crit. Fantastic hit.
At your command.
Lovely. One. Two. Moving over.
Yes?
Of course, we're down to 1.
Give up.
Yeah, down.
On the move.
We're taunting this guy, which is good.
At your command.
The dog is a bit too fast. Kind of need to deal with that. Can't just run away from it. Hey, with a hamstring. To be fair, that could work. Now it is slowed.
They won't get through.
And we're overwatching, so this guy comes in and we're getting our other attack. Dog might take a lot of damage, and we cannot stay here. Okay, if they heal instead of dealing damage to us, that's great. That was a shot into full cover. 2 shots actually. This is full cover, so great. Good for us. That cancelled the overwatch.
Damnation.
We're bleeding, okay.
Yes?
Okay. We need to get out of here.
Ready to go?
Okay, we're 1 move away from getting out, which means all we have to do is get 1 closer, because this turn we will not be able to get out. He could even get out from here, which means we don't need to move. Deadly aim. Get that dog. Nice critical hit. Unfortunately, resisted blind.
Ready when you are. At your command.
Dog moves in. Fights this guy. Okay.
My turn.
Alright, we don't have any joint attacks, but what we do have is the chance to bleed him. We did.
I'll be
Poison
quick
him.
to finish.
So 5 hit points less.
Yes.
He's almost dead.
Ready to go? Consider it done.
We're moving into a position where next turn we can flee.
You're mine.
This guy bleeds for 5, so he's almost dead. Can't fully get out of here.
Out of my way.
1, 2. We're moving far away because I want to split the damage a little bit. Let's see if we're going to be successful. The dog is a great target. Go for him, please. We're being critically hit. Great. Hogbite is taking a lot of punishment here.
I'm ready.
One.
Yes. On the move.
Hogbite moves, and we're going to heal ourselves.
At your command.
Don't get me wrong, we could have beaten those 4 even without taking that much damage, but then there would be the next pack of enemies that's just going to outrun us, and I don't see how we can just out-sustain them. Yeah, we took a very, very hefty price in blood there. So, Hogbite down to half, that means he needs to recover. But we got ourselves wood. And that is superb, because all of a sudden we can kind of upgrade. Given that we have 700, I would upgrade those who do not need that much wood first. What? 27 days? Okay, but better than not having Zukuger. That's nasty. Okay, so where do we stand? 2 more upgrades, and then we're able to go for level 2. Market needs to be upgraded. Prison needs to be upgraded. We still have money left over, so I'm wondering, to be fair, we don't have the lumber. Elsewise, we could upgrade something there. Can we get something in the laboratory? Pitch grenade. What is this? Oh, that slows the enemies down. You know, I would rather take the arrowheads because they are actually quite good. Antidote. Not really that much needed yet, but might as well research it 8 days now because we had a bit of gold to spare. In the meantime, given that Zookuger is out for a bit, I have to wonder if we're just going to recruit another level 2 Beastmaster. These guys are not too bad. You know what? I think might as well be the right choice to go for another Beastmaster, but I would want to get another bear. Good. For starters, this bear is going to be called Barely Handleable. Since we already have kind of a polar bear, make this a black bear. And we want melee. Yes. Very good. Then in terms of appearance, a kind of an older guy. Yeah. Oh, just like that. Very good. All right. And then these guys are red. Okay, cool. Who is he going to be? Let's just take a look at the last commenters on my videos. So you guys want to be drafted, might as well comment. 0. Very good. Congratulations, you have been drafted. So 0 is with us. Now the fun begins. I mentioned that we want 2 main teams, and let's say the guys that we had, and 2 main teams with the same spec, and then basically an off team. And let's just say, for the purpose of this, our well, you know what? I don't want 2 healers in one team. That's potentially no bueno. So we're just going to say XQS 6 is going to be the off spec. What did we spec with him? We haven't spec the tar, but that's okay. It's fine. He is going to be the off spec. And in order to kind of indicate that, how about we're indicating him being the off spec by actually changing his dress a bit. Good. So here's the deal. The off spec is essentially, those are the black guys, and they do remain the class colors, but just in their little symbols. Other than that, he's just going to stay off spec for now. We could train him. That's going to cost a lot of gold and quite a bit of time. Before we do that, let's think about it. So we have -1 here. We have 13, and essentially Zookuger is out for a longer period of time, so the answer is no. I still want 3 teams, but he is going to be the official, like, first one from a different team. So if our teams then consist, like the two main teams would be basically one healer. I would want one tank. That totally makes sense. One of each class, essentially. But then I assume at level 3 we will have a squad size of 6. So what that means is in one case we would have another sniper. I can live with that, that's a good idea. And in another case we do have a second beastmaster. I can live with that as well. So the reason why I'm saying all of this is I want to make sure that we're doing the right things here. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot more. Damn, now Zero looks like a mean, lean war machine. Okay. Cool. So, bottom line, we got like the first hire of our off team, so to speak, our off spec team. XQ6 is that, and that means Zero can stick with the melee route. I really like that one so far. And he's just going to sub in for Cougar for now. Cool. Then finally, what are we going to do with our gold? Can we do some armor research? That does not require wood. And I'm wondering, Crusader armor looks like so good with that extra health and extra armor. That's not. Same for duelist armor afterwards. Just that extra armor point will mean the survivability of our front line goes up drastically. Good. No further missions. Stop. There is a further mission. Good rewards, actually. Skirmish. I like it. Send a new group there. Jessica needs to be leveled. That's correct. Zero, who just came in, could require leveling. Before we do that, though, hail up our tank. Yes. Then we got Mike and Zirkem. I think that was the team. No Beastmaster. That's set up. One-time bandages. I'm not going to use all of the arrows this time on you guys. Mike is going to take the shackles. And Sirkim is going to take a poisoned arrow and a bomb. I think that's good. And then we're going to have the other arrow for another sniper. Another flayer, as they are called. So still don't want to go to the Deck of Martin. One more day, and then we can do this skirmish here, which is would be normal. Okay. So now let's see how bad it is. Hawkbite is potentially going to be there forever. So Ranvan, 4 days until he's back. Hawkbite, come on. 14. Ah, it's nasty. One day until Roby is back. 4 days until Australian Poe is back. I think we're just going to wait that one day because currently we do have a healer. We do have Zero. We do have Hayward, that's 3. We're really missing a 4th person there. So yeah, one day. Passing time. Antidote research is done. That's fine. Should we get a salve? What does a salve do? All that is just burning. No, we should not. Stronger healing is not bad, but I really like the idea of those arrows. However, said we wanted to upgrade. I'm standing firm to my word. Upgrade we will. Send companions there. So we got the off healer. Doesn't want to be a healer for now. He needs to. He will get. He will be leveled with a different spec. We got Hayward and we got Roby, so that should be fine. That should be fine. So no tank here, which we will need to make sure that that's not going to bite us later down the line. All right, got the shackles here. Roby is going to take the steel arrow, like that. And a balm. And we got another balm here. I like how the duelists are leveling 2 weapon categories at the same time. Zero being brand new doesn't really have that. After the mission, these two will at least have their weapons leveled. These two have just started, so they're not quite there yet. Ooh, look at that. Another assassination. Need to upgrade that hall here. We will be fine, I assume. This here is going to give us 220 to 20. And this 280, so those together will be the upgrade of the marketplace, which is 1. And then we just need the prison, which is a matter of lumber again. But we should be fine. One last thing that I should do is there is still 5 more wood that we can buy, so that's an even number. Fortunately, can't buy any more. You can see requires quite a bit of lumber to upgrade the marketplace. Might be the right call though. And here to upgrade it takes another 400, so it's really all about not having enough lumber. Well, shouldn't say that, because if we go here we definitely have enough lumber, but for the time being difficult. Alright, and that's the end of today's episode. Next time we're going to join with a skirmish, maybe even a double skirmish depending on how long it takes. So far we've been doing really well. Had a couple of issues here and there, got a wound even once, but I think given that this is a blind playthrough and that I cranked up the difficulty so enormously, I'm actually surprised how well we're doing. The different classes feel like they are synergizing reasonably well, and as long as you're not overwhelmed, there's definitely an element of just power and numbers. As long as you're not overwhelmed, you can do a lot. And also a tank in the front line as well as crowd control means a lot. So I think they've really done a decent job with the status effects. I need to look a bit deeper into that and see if the status effects can help us overcome even larger amounts of enemies. But that's for the future. For now, we're done. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.